So we're doing another talk, and this time actually this is some news that just recently came up. I don't know, a lot of you probably noticed, yes, Hummer, but I'm actually a big up V-Series Cadillac fan, and something news came up yesterday just recently, and wanted to talk about it. And I think a lot of Cadillac fans would appreciate this. I don't know what his deal is, but I want to talk about a new vehicle that just recently came out that is a competitor to the Mercedes and BMW, and that is the CT6. If you notice that there's a lot of news going around that the CT6 is going to be the competitor to the S-Class and so on and so forth, which is somewhat true. But this time I got news that they came out with the VSport, and you know, if you heard, like, there was a VSport, that's the CTS VSport that comes with a twin turbo V6, or the XTS VSport that has the same V6 on it. This time this VSport from Cadillac, the CT6 VSport, actually has a twin turbo V8 on it. So, and everyone's puzzled, oh, a brand new engine, what does this mean? That actually means that the Northstar has returned. If you've been a Cadillac fan for a long time, you all heard about the famous Northstar engines on the DTS, the supercharged XLR-V, and the STS-V, and so on and so forth. The Northstar V8s are very, very reliable and very strong engines, and well known in the Cadillac brand. This time it's actually the Northstar 2.0, and which has a 4.2 liter twin turbo V8 on it, and that's awesome. And this power output puts out 550 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. That's good numbers right there. I mean, and we have its competitors, that is the S560, the updated version of the S-Class, and we have the 760, the BMW 760, or the 7 Series, the 750i, which produces with the twin turbo V8 or the bi-turbo V8 that produces 445 horsepower, and the S-Class that has the horsepower of 467 horsepower off of the 4.0 liter V8 engine. So what does this mean? It's actually got a competition now. Cadillac is officially competing against the S-Class and the 7 Series, which is really interesting, and it puts out more power than the both of them. So pretty much right off of the bat, the CT6 just dominated the whole ultra luxury sedan market at the moment, and that's what we know now. And we're going to be seeing some updates of what the CT6 update is going to be like. Here's some images of the V-Sport, and if you look at it, it actually has the mesh grille that you get on the V-Series, like the CTS V or the ATS V. It's not going to be a full V on it, but I'll discuss about it if there's going to be a V later. But you get the quad exhaust that has on the regular CTS with their 3.0 liter twin turbo V6 that produces 400 horsepower, and most of the XTS vehicles, not XTS, CT6V. Sorry, I'm jumbled up today. It's evening. I'm tired. But comes with a quad exhaust, and it's I assume it's gonna sound pretty nice. And if anyone heard like what happens with twin turbo V8s and how the turbos inhibit the exhaust sounds, and I know Mercedes does a great job with it, and BMW, meh. So, but I'm really curious of how does it sound and how the power output is and how it is on the track and so on and so forth. So I'm really curious of how it's going to be. So they're trying to compete against the S-Class power-wise and the luxury market, and that's what we're looking at. We don't know any news yet. We just got the update that this is what it looks like, and here's an engine of it. So it actually looks pretty cool, to be quite honest. A twin turbo V8, 4.2 liter. So I'm pretty excited about this vehicle, so I really want to test drive this later in the future. Is there going to be a V-Series on this one? That's a good question. Little history about the V-Series. I've been a fan of it since it first came out with the CTS V from 2004, 2007. V1 from the CTS was awesome. V2 was amazing, and then V3 is like phenomenal with the LT4 engine on it. But I'm gonna go back to V2. V2 was impressive because it not only came as a sedan, it came in a coupe, and it actually came in a wagon. I actually was pretty interested in the wagon because what kind of company, like out of the luxury brand, gets a wagon that has a 6-speed Tremec manual on it? I mean, that is a fabulous combination. That is a grocery getter on stick. That's amazing, and I was hoping Cadillac one day would just bring back the wagon and put a manual on that, but I rarely see that now. And I was hoping that they would throw in a manual wagon if they're going to put that in the future. That's just like, that's a sleeper right there, and that I don't know why it's a one-off, but it really needs a wagon big time. I was so excited for the CTS V for V2. I love the 2004 to 2007 CTS V. I love the 6-speed, and it produces 400 horsepower from the LS6 and the LS2 engine. So, I mean, I love the V-Series overall, and I'd really like to have that one day. I mean, it's a fun vehicle. It's a great competitor to the 5 Series, the M5 and the E63, so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, Cadillac's kicking in big. 550 horsepower for the VSport twin turbo V8. That's pretty impressive right there. So we're gonna have to see like where this is going, and I'm deeply excited, and I really want to test drive their new Cadillacs. I mean, their Cadillacs are coming out, and they're coming out hard with the performance. I mean, here's my thing though. Like, a little side of it is that the badging. What's with the numbers? I understand that you want to be like the German brands, but just when I heard something, we're hearing rumors about the CTS is actually going away and it'll be replaced by the CT5. I'm kind of questioning that. CT5 is a lot more syllables than I thought. It's not exciting than I thought, and I don't think it's going to be good in the market, and I just don't see it. But let me tell you, just CTS actually sounds good. That's what my personal take, but I'm going to be full supportive to Cadillac and what they do, and I'm still supportive right now to what they're doing with their CT6 and their VSport. I'm actually excited about this vehicle, and I'm excited about the power and all that stuff. But that was a little side note that was the thing. So that's my little talk that I want to talk about. There's also a competitor that is the Audi A8. I don't have the stats on me right now. It's not on top of my head, but I know the S8 Plus that produces 601 horsepower off of the twin turbo V8. I think it's gonna hit up there. I don't think Cadillac has never beaten Audi at any point in time, but I hope one day they beat Audi. But I don't see it happening. But at this point, they just took down Mercedes, the Mercedes S-Class and the 7 Series, the 750i. There's also like the M760 that produces 601 horsepower with the twin turbo V12, but it's a bit heavy, to be quite honest, and there's no V12s for it. So that's my little thing about the other brands. But Cadillac, I mean, great job. I'm deeply excited about this. So that's my little talk and little updates of it. The images are up and all that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, see you guys later. Sorry for the blare right now. The sun is hitting right at us and all that. I'll do my best to color grade it. I mean, if it's color graded and the brightness is gone, it's great. But other than that, thank you for watching. See you guys.